A former Falcons player will spend 12 years in prison after pleading guilty in federal court to drug trafficking. As part of a plea deal, Ken Tippins admitted to possessing more than 600 grams of cocaine, according to court documents. Tippins was previously convicted of drug charges. Police were making a probation check last year when they discovered drugs and $1,500 of cash inside his home. He was a good player for the Falcons. He played from 1990 to 95. Very good linebacker, and he was strong on the field.